When you look back when you were a freshman in college, what did you want to do with your life? What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I think it's funny that you would ask that question because I actually have a daughter who's a freshman in college right now. So I'm to a certain extent reliving my own freshman year in college experience. I knew I wanted to have a family, but I knew that I wanted a career. And I wanted it to be exciting, and I wanted it to be fast-paced and challenging and something that would last for decades. I first worked at Fidelity when I had graduated from high school before I went to college. And I wanted to see what the workplace was really like. It gave me an appreciation of what it was like to be responsible for really important things in people's lives, and also really how to have a boss.
In the world of finance, there still are very few women in senior leadership positions. What's your perspective on the state of women in your industry right now?
Like a lot of industries that are very established, there are a lot of big legacy organizations with a lot of traditions that tend to be built around men. And so that does make it harder for women, I think, compared to other industries. There are a lot of aspects of finance that I think can be very good for women. In particular, the area that I started out in, investment management, I think is a terrific career for women because it is very much based on your intellectual capability, your ability to do analysis. Your results are very quantifiable, and nobody can take those results away from you. They are yours. There's a lot of opportunity and actually need to work independently. You have to set your own pace and your own schedule and commitments to getting things done. And all of that I actually think is very good for women. And I'd say, to top it all off, independent thinking is one of the things that is most valued in an investment professional. I think there's an interesting point when you think about women as customers of financial institutions. First of all, many women don't feel engaged with their financial advisor until their spouse passes away. And then many women, when their spouse does pass away, are highly likely to change their financial advisor. And that's not necessarily a good thing. That tells you something about a holistic relationship between a couple and their finances that probably is not everything that it could be. Furthermore, we've looked at how women think about themselves as investors, and overwhelmingly women tend to describe themselves as beginning investors, even when they demonstrate that they have knowledge and a pattern of good decision making. These trends are even more pronounced amongst younger women.
You worked obviously very closely with your father throughout your career. What types of values did he instill in you along that career path?
Well,
something I can appreciate, by
yeah,
the way,
sure.
very closely.
I would say a relentless focus on continuing to try to improve everything you do. That no matter how senior you get in an organization, no matter how well you're perceived to be doing, your job is never done. Your customers are expecting more from you. Your competitors are putting pressure on you by doing more and trying to beat you here and beat you there. My father's often cited as being a very creative business thinker. That was always an influence on me, that don't assume that the answers are out there in the form of somebody else already doing something. Sometimes they are, but you have to think beyond that. You have to think that the answer and the right answer for you and your organization might not be something that's been done before. and it's up to you to discover and work with your team to form and figure out how to do successfully.
What's the best piece of advice you've received on navigating both career and family?
Overwhelmingly, particularly professionally, I would say to everyone, trust your instincts. Lots of people will give you advice, and depending upon how well they know you, the advice might be valid or not so valid. But at the end of the day, you know yourself best, and you know what will work for you. In terms of family, you have to work with your spouse to figure out how to make sure that your career demands are somewhat complementary so that you can figure out all the logistics and day-to-day challenges of making sure that your kids are where you want them to be.
20 years ago, rewind the clock 20 years. What's the one piece of advice you would have given yourself at that point in time?
Don't doubt yourself. Keep at it. Stay looking ahead. Stay committed and stay true to yourself.